boys and girls? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by Earl Ramey Racing Engines, RK Motorsports Consulting, SRI Performance, and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. What is up? I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, y'all?
Race car go fast.
Yes, sir.
Still new to me. So.
I like it, man. I like it in my headphones in the pre-show or whatever.
Pre-game.
It kind of gets me pumped up, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
You're ready to go racing.
Yeah, there you go.
Ready to go racing. Racing.
Bunch of it right now, man.
Bunch of seasons wrapping up, all that fun stuff. Some of them feeling like they're just getting started. They pretty much are coming up here soon, kind of like the Dryden Extreme Series.
Yeah. No, some of it's pumping up. Some of it's coming to an end. Speaking of coming to an end, baseball season's coming to an end.
It is. It's guaranteed. There ain't but a few more games guaranteed.
There's
maybe one.
2 at the most, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been pulling for our old Braves here pretty hard, man. It's been pretty cool to see them. They're doing pretty well. They've struggled in pitching a little bit here lately because having to bring in some rookies, man. It's been pretty wild seeing, but
well, when your pitcher's leg gets broke,
I know, man. Charlie Morton, man, great day, but we can assure you,
pitched 16 pitches.
16
I think it was,
pitches
with a fractured leg.
Yep, sure did. But
that was interesting.
Yeah, it definitely was. So Daniel and myself, we figured kind of a bucket list probably thing to go to the World Series in Atlanta.
Well, you were in Atlanta during the World Series, at least.
I was in Atlanta. I was in the Battery. I could see the stadium, but that's pretty much as close as we got. But yeah, well, we knew going in that when we decided to go to the game, we knew going in we weren't going in the game because the cheapest ticket was like $1,200 to stand and watch the game somewhere.
Good. I'm good.
So we just figured we'd go down there and be in the atmosphere, just to say we went. And in the Battery area, I don't know if anybody that have not been to Truist Park, they got a big old like green plaza area, whatever, and where they had the bands and whatever it is, and they got a big jumbotron there. So we were gonna just hang out in there and watch the game, which is right outside the field. And then anyway, so we get there. Our hotel's 3 miles from the stadium. We were gonna walk that 3 miles, but it was like an hour and 15 minutes walk. And it was raining when we, it was cold and rainy. So I was like, nah, we're gonna go park somewhere close. And by this point, it was like already like 5:30. So it was getting close. It was a couple hours before game time.
Right.
So we get to riding down there, and there's, all the parking lots are pretty much full by this point. We didn't really think that out too good. But so we turned, and there was a parking garage. It was like a apartment building, parking garage.
Right.
So there was parking. It said parking. I said, all right, Daniel, just go in there. Let's, it can't be that much. Let's just go in there and park. And
yeah.
Because we were still like 3/4 of a mile from the stadium. I mean, we were still good ways, by that point. But nonetheless, so we pulled in there, and dude comes up to the window, and he said, all right, so y'all can park right here for $250, or y'all can park around the corner over there for $150. I was like, oh, where's our next option? Does it keep on going down? Like,
can I get a little bit farther?
Can I go a little bit farther? And I was like, God, Daniel's about to back up out of the parking garage. People behind us.
Anyway, spending $150.
I was like, man, we ain't gonna get nowhere else. There's nowhere else you're gonna park. There was literally nowhere else you're gonna park. There were so many people, dude. There was more people. I think when the stadium was full during the game, there was more people in the Battery than there was in the stadium. So it was just crazy. But anyway, so I was like, let's just park, be done with it. So we did. I feel bad to say, I paid $150 to park a vehicle.
Can you say that's the most you've ever paid to park?
For sure. I've paid parking tickets cheaper than that, bro. I told Dan, we should just park on the side of the road closer and just pay the parking ticket. But
Jesus.
It was crazy, man. But anyway, so we did that, and we walked out, and I don't know if you've ever seen the cash cab. You remember back in the day, cash cab?
Yeah.
When you used to get in the cab and all of a
ask
sudden
you questions.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, we walked out of the thing going to the stadium, and there was a bus sitting outside, right outside the thing there, and blacked out windows and all that in it. And I could see, I looked and I could see a big old huge TV screen with the game, like a football game or something on in the thing.
Right.
And there was neon lights all up in it going crazy. I was like, man, that'd be cool right there, man. We need to take that. and we got a little closer, and it's $5 per person for a ride to the stadium. I was like,
There we go.
Thank you, Jesus. This is it. This is like that was. I mean, okay.
I feel like that should have been thrown in with the $150.
I agree, 100%. But I was like, you know what?
It's worth it.
I just feel a lot better now about myself that I just paid this much to park, but we got a good cheap ride to the stadium.
For 3/4 of a mile.
Exactly.
We stayed. Well, how far did we stay?
The same distance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the last time I went in September.
Yeah.
That's how far we were for $150.
Jeez.
Anyway, yeah.
Ugh.
So
I don't know if y'all know there, but there is a bad hill right there.
there's a few bad hills.
It's like you feel like you just climbed a mountain after you walked to that stadium.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but anyway, we got to ride in there, and it was not the cash cab at all.
You didn't win no money on
He
the
didn't
way
have
there?
a whole lot of questions to ask us, but he did ask us one question about some celebrity that was going to be there, and I cannot remember who it was. Anyway, but we didn't get it right. So, but it was cool. That was a pretty cool little ride getting to do that, and saved us some steps.
Yeah.
But then we got up in there, man. It was so crowded you couldn't do anything. Like a 3-hour wait to eat. 3-hour wait for anything. It was mist and rain. It was like 40 degrees, wind blow. It was rough, but we had a good time. We watched probably half the game down there, I guess it was, and we took the walk back. We didn't have Freeman to take us back to the car there, but we watched probably half of it, and we walked back and finished it up there.
Well, at least they won that one.
They did. They did not win last
They
night.
did not win last night. Chase Elliott showed up there
He
last
did.
night, and I was like, "How you gonna come from Martinsville to there?"
He did it, but he probably flew himself.
Oh, he did. I mean, for
there's
sure.
there's an airport right there at the stadium.
Oh yeah.
Smaller one, but anyway.
And he had seats, so.
Oh, he had. Yeah, he probably owns part of the stadium or something. Who knows? But
Well, he's probably a season ticket holder.
I'm sure he is. Yeah. So, but it was neat. I hate they lost last night. Got to go back to Houston.
They'll win first game in Houston.
Please,
Watch.
Lord, do. I sure hope.
Well,
so.
I mean, it's just funny. I'm like, why don't you end it?
Well, no, I think it's all money related, man.
I do too.
Much as I hate to say it, I think they like to drag these things because you don't never hear of them winning in 4 games.
No.
anymore, bro.
No,
Because think how much money they make.
I think they're like, look, y'all go as far as you can and then play it out the last couple games.
I don't know. I don't want to believe that, but I believe that.
I don't want to believe it either, but I think it's true. I guess that's the good thing about, I guess we'll say, the playoff system. That is the one positive, I guess we'll say, about the playoff system in NASCAR.
Yeah.
Is because it is only one, and there can only be one winner, and it don't have to be the winner of the championship.
Right.
So everybody's out there racing. So, I mean, I guess that's the positive we can bring out of that.
Yeah, I guess, but
don't-
you know,
Because
anyway.
you're not going to see you don't, like you said, you don't see them games of four and out.
No, you don't. Not in basketball. Not in none of
No.
the 7-game series. You don't see that anymore. So, but anyway, nonetheless, we had fun, and this is a racing podcast, not a baseball podcast. So,
It's our podcast.
well, it is.
That's why we made it, so we can talk about what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
No. Let's see.
You went trunk or treating.
Well, we did do that, but on Friday night, we decided to go to. Well, Kayla had already went like last weekend to this thing they call Judgment House. We do it every year around here at typically a church. Well, it is always at a church. Well, it's always different churches. And if you've never been to one, it's really, really good. It's I've seen it done a bunch of different ways, and there's always like a storyline that they go on. And what they do is they typically go. It's at pretty big churches that have a lot of hallways, a lot of rooms, a lot of stuff you can go into. And what they do is they take you around. They kind of give you a scene and set up a scene in different rooms, take you in groups. I don't know. There's probably 10, 15 in the group, something like that. And you walk through the church, and like at this one, the first scene was just a family set up. They were sitting at a table talking about what they were going to do with their day and with their week and stuff like that. And like the dad had to go on a business trip, like a 1-day business trip. They had to take a flight there, flight back, all this stuff. And then the son had like football practice, drama. He was like football and drama. I was like, that's kind of odd, but
Yeah.
normally you don't see them too. But he was in both. But
Might have been The Rock or something.
yeah, I'm telling you, that's apparently what it is anymore. But anyway, And then there was 2 daughters in it and stuff like that. Well, anyway, they take you through and kind of give you a rundown of what happens here, what happens here. This particular one, the daughter, or the oldest daughter in there, their family was really nice people. I mean, that's how they wanted them portrayed, as really nice people, really, really good people for the most part and everything. But honestly, none of them had ever been saved. And the daughter became friends with this other girl in it that you catch in like 3 or 4 scenes that you walk to. And it's kind of a little bit hard to keep up with because they really have to say names because it's different people playing those parts in each different scene throughout the church. Yeah.
Oof.
So you kind of have to really
wear name tags or something.
That's really what they need. But you gotta follow name because they make sure to say names in each scene that way. But anyway, so the girl gets saved and everything, and her mama was like, "Yeah, whatever, yeah, cool." Well, in the next scene, you go outside, and they actually had House Springs Fire Department and everything out there set up, and had the fire truck, all lights going, sirens going, everything. The next scene is a car wreck. They got a car wreck. Mom and daughter were killed in it, and all this other stuff.
Oh wow! So
then after that, it takes you to splitting off into going to either heaven or hell, and it's very, 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 very descriptive of a lot of stuff that happened, and somewhat I don't know. I mean, it's good for it's descriptive, but yet not scary in a way. I guess you say. I mean, they're probably could for a very small child be a little scary, but it was very good. And if you haven't taken, especially your child, to it, then I say child around 10 years old or older. I would say personally, I would highly recommend going to, or even adults. There's a lot of, I mean, it's mostly adults going through it. Honestly, we used to go as youth group when I was in youth group years and years ago all the time, but it was really good. Really good. So that was at Hoffmeyer Road Baptist Church, actually.
Okay, cool. I might have to check that out next year.
Yeah. They'll have another one somewhere. Who knows? But yeah, so we did that and went and ate it. And me, Kayla, and Lana went and ate it. Where we go? Texas Roadhouse.
Did you get it right this time?
She got it right this time.
Okay, I just making sure.
She didn't make reservations at Longhorn, hoping to actually go to Texas Roadhouse again.
Yeah. Well, hey.
But it happens.
It happens.
It's kind of steak. Well, steak ain't really steak. No, steak ain't steak.
No.
But between those two restaurants,
it's probably the best.
That's the best 2 steaks. Other than maybe Red Bone.
I like Red Bone steak too.
Yeah, Red Bone's got a really good ribeye, and Percy Woods.
Well, Percy Woods got a really good prime rib.
That's true.
So we're really broadening our selections on steak here now. So we might want to stop while we're ahead here.
Don't go to Outback. We'll put it that way.
Nah.
So
Nah.
Don't go to that one. So anyway, then after that we had to go to Walmart still. So this was like at 11, right before Walmart closed at 11 o'clock, which is really weird to me
Walmart
anymore.
closes?
Yeah, they all close at 11 o'clock now. Ever since all the COVID stuff, they close at 11 o'clock at night.
It shows you how often I go to Walmart.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's probably about the best time to go because it was empty.
Nobody there.
We had to get stuff for the trunk or treat.
Right.
Our decorations, I guess you say, which was actually fairly easy. Because your mom and Auntie Kim decided they were going to do Cookie Monster. Well, I had actually already saw Cookie Monster, which was really funny. No, it actually worked. Because I was like, that'd be cool. And Kelly, she said, Robin's doing Cookie Monster. I said, perfect. We'll do Elmo.
There you go. Yeah.
So we went and got red tablecloth, some poster board, stuff like that. Kind of covered the back, left a little split in the middle to make a mouth. So when the wind blew, which it was doing a lot, the mouth was moving.
Yeah.
And then I just turned on Sesame Street music in the car.
There you go, bro.
And so it worked really good.
A good deal. Good turnout.
I'll put it this way. I don't know if everybody else gave out as many bags of candy. We gave out about, I think it was like 9 or 10 bags of candy.
Really?
There, yeah.
Wow.
And there was about, I don't know, I'm going to say somewhere between 20 to 30 cars that were giving out candy.
Wow.
Then we had Bill's bounce houses out there. They had
I saw that.
hot dogs. They had
Sweet.
all kind of hay rides and all kind of stuff. And this was from 11 to 1. So then we left there. We went to Hold Oil, which was right there. Get us something to eat. Got me some barbecue.
Barbecuing.
Yeah, we was barbecuing. And then we had to leave there. And my sister-in-law and them, they kind of had a little...
Sister-in-law and them.
And them, they had a little Halloween get-together, I guess you say, party. A lot of their church people was over there and stuff. And I was all right with it. They wanted to go trick-or-treating around the neighborhood, which was fine. So they had a golf cart. Wasn't enough room for me on the golf cart, so I'm walking.
Man, what's up with this, boo?
I was like, this kind of messed up. So me and Richard and Landon walked while the rest of them rode. So we did that. Well, then they come back. They were like, we got a hayride thing up. We're going to go on. I'm like, well, I'm not going on that. But Landon wanted to go. Well, then they got stuck or something. I don't know. Something all happened.
Wow.
And it was like after 10 o'clock. And I'm like, look, we got to go. So I finally went and found them. They're riding on the golf course with on the cart path.
Mm.
Golf course told them if they only used cart paths, they were good. But
really? Ooh.
I was like, we got to go.
Yeah.
So then, anyway, that was fun. Well, good. And I was trying to catch races in between it on my phone. So I'm like walking through the neighborhood with the Xfinity race on, and it worked. It worked. So then we had church Sunday morning at the new church, which is nowhere close to done.
No, it's got a roof on it.
It's got a roof. It's got walls.
It does.
Not a back wall. I really haven't understood why they haven't done this back wall unless it's just for lighting purposes.
It may be.
Every other wall is done, not the back wall.
They got it figured out, bro.
So had to play guitar in there, which was only one service. Pretty packed though, pretty full. So it was good.
Sweet.
It was good. It was a good service, and then we went to other sister-in-laws, ate lunch. And my mama, it was Paris's birthday. Paris
have a big festivities.
Yeah. If y'all don't know, Paris is, she was, I guess she was my sister's dog.
Yes.
My sister passed away in 2009, so my parents still have her. She is a Chihuahua. Chihuahua.
She's
that
sweet,
is
though.
a pretty much a person.
Oh, 100%.
So she turned 13 yesterday, so we had to go over there for cake and ice cream and. No lie, we had cake and ice cream.
I don't doubt that a bit. That's like I never would have doubted that.
She had presents to open. She's really funny because she loves to open presents, which is just really weird to watch. And so, yeah. Which her presents consist of, little stuffed things with squeakers in them.
Hey, Bo, you like what you like, Bo.
So me and my dad sat down and watched the race. Well,
there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Cup race. Well, all that was happening. But other than that, we went over there to eat anyway and had some grilled pork chops. Man, things were good.
Man, y'all just ate them up this week.
Felt like it was. And the doctor also put me on 100 milligrams of prednisone a day.
For what?
My hands is old.
Oh, yeah, they back rolling again.
Yeah. Well, they've calmed down since I started taking 100 milligrams of prednisone a day.
Yeah, but you eat 100 milligrams.
Well, fortunately, I haven't.
Oh,
fortunately, I don't know. I've been able to kind of control it because normally it makes me so daggone hungry. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
This time it's just giving me heartburn.
That ain't good.
No, it's been horrible every night. So I got a good excuse to eat ice cream before I go to sleep.
Hey. I mean, you got to do what you got to do,
I mean, if you can.
I mean,
that's the one thing. Milk and ice cream kind of calm it down. So.
I wish I had an excuse to eat ice cream. I'd be all over that, boo.
I ain't kidding. But so anyway, after that, I decided to come home and chill out. Finally. It was a wide open weekend.
That was an awesome weekend, sounds like, Bubba.
It was a lot.
Hey, that sounds like it was fun. It really was. And we've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes, so I hope y'all enjoyed the show.
I ain't
Good
kidding.
night. I was just kidding. We just not going to talk about racing that long tonight. We could talk about everything else, but that's okay. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Well,
most people that I hear, honestly, that I talk to, really only pay attention to the first 15, 20 minutes of the show. And I really don't know why.
I don't either.
I don't know if they live 15, 20 minutes away from work.
That's mostly what it is, I think.
I think so too, but I don't know. But who knows? But you know what? It doesn't really matter.
It don't matter. They'll listen to it.
Go Braves.
Go Braves. But the
Hey, you know
hot
what?
chop, they said they were trying
Oh,
to
we're
cancel
still
it.
no, they ain't.
No, not at the game. No. It was just there was something came across Facebook. So
I
they
know.
wanted to cancel.
They
the
want to
tomahawk.
cancel it. They will never cancel that because there is no way.
I saw
can't
Trump
stop
up there
somebody.
doing tomahawk.
Oh
chop.
yeah, of course he was, bro. Everybody was. Everybody.
Loved it.
Everybody. Yeah, it was, and they're gonna do it more now because you told them not to. You know, that's just like your son. Don't tell him to get in the cookie jar because what's he gonna do?
He going
Going to the cookie jar.
3 cookies.
Promise you, he got him. But no, no, it's good stuff. But another upside is the Gamecocks did not lose this weekend.
They did not lose. They didn't play, but they didn't lose.
Hey, they didn't lose. I ain't really got to tell everybody that they didn't play. I'm just gonna say we didn't lose. So I'm proud of that. That's pretty good.
The Tigers won again somehow. They shouldn't have, but they won.
Oh goodness, that was
They kind of gave it to them.
that was a dirty looking thing, man. That looked like a flag football game at
Oh, it was bad.
FBS,
I will say, and this probably looks pretty bad.
FBT. Sorry.
Yeah. This probably looks pretty bad, but Carolina hasn't played anybody very well this year, but we didn't even play Troy very well.
No.
But Coastal whipped up on Troy the other night.
Yeah, I mean Troy scored points. Troy's good, ain't no doubt about it. But Carolina should be a little above that. But you gotta be positive about it. I know this is Shane Beamer's.
Oh, it's a rebuilding year. It's going to be a rebuilding few years.
It's gonna take some time, so you just gotta be patient with him. And but I just like to pick on them because they're just absolutely the same old Gamecock. It's the thing, but it's just called the same old Gamecocks.
Well, I just think it's funny because, we're a Gamecock fan, if y'all can't tell. So we're used to it. We're used to it. These Clemson fans are not used to it anymore, especially younger Clemson fans.
They done forgot, bro. They done forgot. We don't lose. What?
Yeah, especially young Clemson fans. They don't know about them days because I remember days back in the day when it was like this every year. Neither one of them were great.
Right, yeah.
And all of a sudden, Clemson got better. I give it to them. They got better. And so.
Yeah, they have. They've done well. And I just I think that finally again we're gonna have a decent Carolina Clemson game.
It ought to be close.
I mean, I don't know, but we just
It ought to be. I ain't saying it will be, but it ought to.
It could happen.
It could.
But
I
anyway.
reckon.
So I guess we should probably talk about a little bit of racing here.
Yeah, I guess we'll go into dirt racing first because there wasn't a whole lot of it this past weekend. Not this area or anything. I know there was the short track finals there at Charlotte. Our buddy John Rosario Jr.
Yeah,
took home a win.
Yeah, awesome. Congratulations, my man.
Yep, for sure. Patrick Lyon.
Did he win more money on iRacing than he did there? I don't know.
No, I think he won just a little bit more there.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
I think.
I was just wondering.
It wasn't much more.
I was about to say probably wasn't.
It wasn't much more.
Probably not.
I think it was like 12 or something. I don't remember.
Well, hey.
But also Patrick Lyon. He
Sweet.
He finished second or third. I can't remember. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
regardless, he finished good.
It's bad to say, but they gotta bring up the purse there at Charlotte for that big race.
Yeah, when you have that many cars.
Well, but if you want to get a lot of these guys to come in there, these guys don't have a whole bunch of money.
No, not when you bring in street stock. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some high-dollar street stocks, but...
regardless, nonetheless, I mean, they're not sponsored head to toe.
No, exactly.
I mean, they're footing the bill here.
Exactly.
And, you put them on this big stage with all these different street stocks that want to come win at Charlotte or...
Well, look at John Rogerio's car. It's white.
Exactly. I mean, but, that's what I'm saying is, you're starting to turn away people from going and spending all the money to go to this big race because... of the low purse, of the the chances of tearing your stuff up constantly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You got to pay to get them to come. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. And I mean, there still was. There was a big car count there. I think I heard there was over 300 cars. So I mean,
it's just slowly dwindling because I remember.
Yeah, I remember there was 600 cars.
Right. So I don't know, but even like the World Finals next week. I mean, they're not paying them much money. I mean, like...
No, and I don't understand that because, like, let's say, look, now I understand there's 3 races. You got the Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. I understand there's the late models, the sprints, and the big block modifieds.
Right.
But still, I don't care.
It's
Look at the dirt track world championship Lucas puts on.
Right.
There's $100,000 to win.
Right. I mean,
That's
I
their
think
final race. I mean,
yeah, if you're gonna call it the World Finals, and
Yeah.
you're gonna put it at Charlotte. I know you can put a little bit more, but I mean, we got the Rumble at Paradise at a go-kart track. The purse is like $250,000, bro.
yeah. I mean, it's so spread out over a bunch of classes, but
nonetheless,
I think there's some class paying $15,000-$20,000 to win.
yeah. I mean, so come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, don't tell me you can't do it.
But nevertheless, I'm gonna be there.
Well, hey, bro, get on it.
I'm gonna be there. Me and
I
my
hope
daddy
you
hitting
do.
up Friday.
It's gonna be negative 34 degrees.
It's gonna be
but
cold compared to what we've been used to. All of a sudden now it's gonna be cold. Winter is just right there.
We didn't talk about weather this first off, but now we are, and it's been pretty nice. Atlanta this
mild.
weekend, it was not nice, but then in Charlotte this coming weekend is definitely not going to be nice. So
It's gonna be sunny.
well,
think.
that's a good positive thing. I love
High of like
sunny.
55,
Sunny is wonderful.
low of 33. I think I saw.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You gotta be positive, 'cause I mean it could be storming in 33.
Yeah,
And
maybe
probably
I'll
wouldn't
find
be
somebody's trailer to get warm in.
a whole lot of racing going.
I don't know a whole. I mean, I do know some people. Chris Ferguson will be there.
Oh yeah,
I think. Pretty
I'm sure he will be.
Yeah, he went and tested.
But speaking of the past weekend, though, I saw. I guess I don't know if we want to go to our thanking everybody right a second, but we can.
Might as well.
I saw Earl Ramey was at the beach this weekend.
Yeah.
He wasn't at Charlotte taking care of his.
Forget it.
We just said last week he's
We
gonna be
figure
there
he'll be there.
taking care of his guys. Nah, he at the beach.
Wasn't a lot of his guys actually. I mean, there was few. I mean, obviously, John,
Yeah.
Patrick. But I guess he was confident in what he had going there. So he was like, he watched it.
Right? Oh yeah,
He watched it.
Hey, bro, you gotta take advantage of the off time when you can. But nonetheless, Earl Ramey Racing Engines won again.
For sure.
I mean,
For sure.
every
And,
week we say it every week, bro.
Yeah.
Every week,
Put it on them all the time.
all the time.
All the time. Every time. Guys, if you were driving a race car, I don't give 2 cents what type race car it is. I bet you Earl Ramey can hook you up with a motor, hook you up with plenty of power, hook you up with everything you need, motor wise. So guys, get out there, call Earl, give him a shout on Facebook, something like that. It's Earl Ramey Racing Engines on Facebook, or you can contact him. He's always on there. He don't hide his Facebook. Just look up Earl Ramey. You'll find him.
He don't care.
He don't care. And but anyway, guys, go get you some power from
Go
Earl,
get it.
Earl
Go
Ramey
get it.
Racing Engines. And when you get done getting it in there, get it on this chassis dyno.
Find that extra horsepower.
Find all that extra power that you can get out of it. All the components you got to go with it. Make them work for you. So give Earl and the guys a call. Top-notch customer service, top-notch products, all that good jazz.
Yes, sir.
And you will get all the good things.
Yes, sir. Well, you're going to be spending some time in a tent this coming week with a bunch of our buddies.
Yeah, we're going to go up there to the World Finals. And SRI's got a big VIP tent up there, I guess you say.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be in there and checking out who's all in there. There's gonna be a lot of their product vendors in there, thanking a lot of their customers. And so while we're up at the World Finals, SRI Performance, they're putting on a lot. I just saw it a little while ago. Randy put it out that they're doing the redraw bonus
Sweet.
for the late models and for the big block modifieds.
Nice.
So it'd be a $500 redraw bonus. Whoever wins the redraw to not even do anything but be in the redraw. Whoever wins that redraw gets best position, number 1. We'll get an extra $500.
I love it. It's a nice
That's
thing.
putting back into the sport. So guys, get over to SRI Performance. Get
Yes, sir.
get all your Go Fast products
Yep.
that you'll need. We'll be there with vendors, like I said, this weekend from who knows where, but y'all be watching out because I'll probably be on a lot of Facebook Lives and all that good stuff, heading around the track, seeing what's going on. So I know we're going to be there, Randy. My dad's actually going with me up there. He gonna be cameraman for me, I guess.
That's awesome. I'm so proud of him.
Melissa's going also. Melissa's coming down.
Sweet, good deal. She'll definitely hopefully get some.
I haven't talked to Kirby here lately, but I think he said something about coming up Saturday. So.
Yeah, I think I remember him saying that.
Yeah.
But that'd be cool. I hope to come. I hope to bring my little kiddo with me. He'll love it.
Freeze.
I know. I gotta figure that out. I don't know yet. I ain't decided, but nonetheless, like to come. But we'll see what happens for me. But I know it's gonna be a good time, and looking forward to it for sure. But so yeah, thank them guys, SRI for sure, always for looking out for us and looking out for everybody else that they do. Got the best of the best and everything you need
for sure, and also same deal with stock car steel and aluminum, guys. It's that time of year. Start rebuilding. I know y'all ready to get. If you finish racing, we know you're ready to get back racing already. So go ahead and start working on that car. It's never too soon.
Take your time. Make it
take
right.
your time. Make it look pretty, and get all your materials, metal, aluminum, probably some plastic wise, everything else that you would need from everything from stock car steel and aluminum. Check them out. Get everything you need. And also, guys, didn't mention it, but y'all know the deal. If you go on SRI Performance website, www.sri.com, fill up that basket with everything you need in it. When you do, put in promo code CBONE, 10 of this C is in
chicken,
BONE 10, and get yourself 10% off time of checkout. And tell them we said thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so that was good stuff. But yeah, a little bit more dirt racing.
Yeah.
Old Brandon Overton, man. What? I don't understand.
Can't be stopped.
He can't. He cannot be stopped.
Can't be stopped. He went down to East Alabama Motor Speedway for the National 100 and took home another win. But I'm gonna tell you what, dude. He didn't. He was awesome at it. Do not get me wrong. He was absolutely awesome at this race. But he didn't just go out there and lead every lap. He was smart. I mean, super smart, which he has been all year. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
He is, I will really say right now, he is the man at 100-lap races.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to make that car work for 100 laps.
Yes, sir.
And that's what he did again. He went out there. Mark Whitener actually led about the first 50 laps. I think Brandon was out for a little while, and then he just kind of got in a rhythm. Mark wanted to get up under him, so Brandon just lets him go. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So he follows him around for half the race, and Dennis Erb Jr. was right there too, and he finally, about halfway, he said, all right, time to go. And Brandon and Dennis Erb kind of take first and second at that point and never look back. Had a bunch of cautions. Had a good bit of cautions. But our buddy Will Harrington was also in that race. He was running like top 5 for a long time, and all of a sudden transmission went out. Dang.
Yeah,
that's part of it, unfortunately.
Part of it.
Yeah. But he was running good. He is progressively getting better and better in a super late model. He ran, crate for so long and stuff, and was dominating in crate stuff. And so now he's running super stuff, and he's looking better and better every time I see him in it. So that's really good to see. Unfortunately, just having a string of bad luck and got to finish some races. And I think he'd be right there in the money a lot of times. So, but Brandon Overton took home, I think that was another $20,000, I think, at that race. So, man, he's got it figured out.
Yep, he sure does. He sure does, buddy. But that's that's cool to see. You know, I like kind of like Scott said in his day. You always have you have your time, and you take advantage of when you're on your own. You take advantage of that, and they may not be next year. Brandon Shepard has been on like that before, and and I mean,
look at him. I know, don't get me wrong, he's not terrible this year, but he ain't.
no doubt. But you just got to take advantage because it's such a fast moving sport. Things change so much. You can't continue to stay on top of that game like that at that level. I don't think
It's tough to.
Jesus. I mean, Jonathan Davenport, he was the same way.
Yeah,
It's just
he's won a couple this year, but it's hadn't been nothing
major
like that, by no means.
So I just say hats off to the guys that they can do it.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
the competition is insane.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, pretty cool to see, and hopefully they'll be in Charlotte this weekend.
Yeah, you're gonna have some guys coming back up to Charlotte, to the Concord really, but the dirt track at Charlotte.
Then they'll be going to Vegas.
Yeah, they got turn and burn there. A lot of them. I know Bloomquist to be in Vegas, but I don't know if he's coming to World Finals or not. I didn't see if he's actually coming. I know, but I do know Chris Ferguson, he's coming to World Finals, then turning and going to Vegas.
Right.
There's a good bit of boys, so they it's gonna be some turning and burning there. So I know not a lot of people's wanting to tear up anything there in Charlotte if they can help it.
Right.
So hopefully the track will be good for that and all fun and fine and dandy and well and good and all that good stuff. Right. All that good jazz. So I think it's gonna be a fun time this weekend. There, it's gonna be cold, but it's gonna be a fun time. That's I don't know what it is. I think that happens every year, don't it? It's like all right. Then all of a sudden, World Finals here. Let's get cold for a couple of days. Because the days after that, it's only as low as like 50.
Yeah, that's the way it works, bro.
It's always that.
But it is what it is. It's all good.
That's true.
So, well, that's about all the dirt that I know of.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the weekend.
We can go to the finale before the finale, I guess.
It's probably I will. I've heard some people. I want to go ahead and say this real quick about it. I've heard some people talking about, we need to move the championship race to Martinsville. Yeah. I don't know if we do, honestly. I think the race is going to be a better race with 8 cars trying to get that last position, or 8 cars trying to get in. You got You got at least 5 or 6 cars trying to get that last position. I think that's going to put up a better race than putting it as the last race.
I agree. I do. But, I like and I know there's no way they could do it, but I would love for them to be able to, go to Martinsville or go to wherever, and then, we got 4 cars left.
Oh, yeah.
If they want to do it that way, we got 4 cars left, and then we have a whatever on Monday night, and we draw out of a daggum hat. Here's your car. Here's your track. Let's go.
30-lap shootout.
I would just love that. I think that'd be cool, man, to go see that. But, it's
then 3 of them's going to wreck the first lap.
It's hard to but it's hard to pick a track, and plan a track.
I personally think it needs to move every year.
I wish it would. I really do. But Martinsville put on a good race.
It put on a good race in all 3 races.
But I agree with you, though. I think it's better when there's more cars trying to make it into that Final Four.
But I do think it needs to stay a cutoff race, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. If it was the final race of the year, somebody might get shot or something. I don't know.
It's possible. It's possible.
It's like a little bit more difficult, bro.
Because I'm gonna tell you, Denny I'm gonna jump this. We're gonna go back to truck race and all that fun stuff here in just a minute. But Denny Hamlin, gonna call out Chase Elliott and his fans, and Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin ain't touched all day.
I don't understand.
I'm like, what?
Denny Hamlin just grasping for straws, but he ain't got no wife no more. He ain't got no job. He ain't. Well, he might have a job.
He got a job. He got a job. It's Friday.
I ain't got nothing to do.
Ain't got nothing to do. So I'm just gonna call out Chase Elliott and his
He's
fans.
just gonna be mad.
Chase Elliott, he's just mad. Chase Elliott ain't touched Denny Hamlin all day that I've seen.
I'm about to mail Denny Hamlin a Snickers or something.
Somebody needs it because he is hangry.
He is just not happy.
I'm like you and Chase got into it 3 years ago now, I think it is.
Something like that.
And you're the one mad about it.
Is what it is.
It was funny. He's like, that's just Chase Elliott fans. They don't think logically or something like that is what he said. I was like, what?
And then he bashes Alex Bowman.
Oh yeah, he's a hack. He's a nothing. I'm like, he's won more races than you have this year.
Exactly. I don't know how many races Chase Elliott's won, but I'm pretty sure it ain't 4. I don't know. It might be, but I'm like, okay, Denny, your mathematics ain't exactly like mine.
That's what he said. He's got outrun by his teammates all year.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
There's 4 of them races he ain't got outrun by.
I don't know. I'm just like, be happy, bro. Just be happy.
I understand being mad because you got took out.
But it ain't took him out the playoffs.
Took him out the playoffs.
Chase Elliott got took out too.
Yeah,
he probably would have won the race.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't.
He was just like, whatever.
Throw a hissy fit. I mean, whatever.
Now, would I have been mad with Brad Keselowski after the race too? Probably so.
Probably, but I mean,
I understood I understand what Brad was going for. Oh, Kyle was mad at him. But anyway, let's get on to this.
Yeah,
let's back up. Let's go to the truck
race
because it was all
kind of in the same.
Interesting. First thing I'm gonna say, and I don't even know what chronologically none of this comes, but the one person that should have been fighting over the weekend didn't say much about it at all. And that is John Hunter Nemechek.
He knew he was in. It didn't matter. So I was like, he's okay.
I guess, but
that's the way I looked at it. I mean, I'm
like, for sure. But I don't care when it is, how it is. I get hooked in the right rear going into turn 3 at Martinsville.
On the apron?
This dude is he is literally the width of the track lower than anybody he can get. And then you're just going to turn into his right rear and hook him head on into the wall. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I might not made it to the next race if it were me.
Bigger picture.
I know. I get it. Get it. And I know, but that, kind of like Harvick and Kyle Busch said years ago at Darlington, that's, I guess, the equivalent of throwing the gloves off in hockey. I mean, that's just, I'm hooking you in the right rear.
Yeah.
That's all right, that's fighting words. I mean,
Exactly. I agree.
I'm saying it's the right thing to do. I'm just saying I'd have been mad.
No doubt.
I'd have looked like Harvick with Biffle that time, jumping over the hood.
Jumping into his windshield. But.
Something, I don't care.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's it was a crazy race for sure. But glad to see Zane Smith transfer through there on a win.
Yeah, I was unhappy for Stuart Friesen. I like Stuart.
Yeah, I like Stuart as well.
But he needed a little better year.
Yeah, that's tough, man. It's tough.
He had a tough year.
Yeah. But nonetheless, I like Zane Smith. I think Zane's pretty cool dude, and he had to go do it. He had to go win it, and he won it. And so that's pretty cool. But
Sheldon Creed.
Yeah,
him and Matt Crafton got into it there, and I don't know. This really wasn't Crafton's fault, honestly. I don't know. Grant Enfinger kind of pushed that issue, and he just tried. He took Crafton out essentially. Crafton just made it through. Sheldon Creed ain't gonna make it through to be able to defend his championship. So.
Well,
it's
sometimes it bees like that.
Especially now. I mean, it's tough to make it that last race.
Yeah, it is.
Tough to make it to that last race. So, but that was a interesting race to watch for sure. But then, what you got there?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say the final four going into Phoenix. Zane Smith, Ben Rhodes, Matt Crafton, and John Hunter Nemechek. So I don't know. I think I'm banking more on John Hunter Nemechek. That's my go-to there.
That's probably a smart bet.
Yeah, I don't know, but there again, Matt Crafton's been in the game a long time, man. He's been to Phoenix a lot.
He has, but he hadn't had a win all year.
I know. I understand.
No win all
But
year,
maybe-
at which he liable to come up there and win the championship and still
That's
not
the
have a win.
crazy thing about this playoff situation is you don't have to. You just gotta be consistent.
Yeah,
And
I mean that last race you need to be pretty close, but you ain't got to win it necessarily.
Right.
But you got to be pretty daggone close.
I'm gonna say, honestly, in my opinion, I'm gonna say in every tier of NASCAR at Phoenix, my opinion is that the winner of the race will be the winner of the championship. Because like last year, like in the Cup Series anyway, like the top four was the top four
Yeah, which
the whole day.
it's just so odd to me. I mean, I get it. That's why they've done good because I get that, but it's just so odd to me. I'm like, just seems off.
Yeah, me too. But
I'm gonna go with let's see. I think winner truck race is gonna be winner championship. I don't think Xfinity.
oh yeah,
Nope, I don't.
well,
I don't know why. I just got a feeling, but I do feel like Cup's gonna be winner's gonna be champion.
yeah.
So
Yeah, probably so. So anyway, hats off them guys, Zane Smith and them. Pretty cool for them to go win and you're in. They did it.
what they had to do.
Another one did that too on later that evening.
Yeah, for sure. Old Noah Gregson is he's going trophy hunting now. He did not look like a person that was going. Well, I mean, he did not look like he was going to make it to the Final Four. And in my way of thinking, he's had the speed, he's had everything else. He's just had some terrible luck these past few races, and all of a sudden they were able to put it together at Martinsville, though.
Yeah, for sure. They sure were. Pretty cool to see. I I like Noah in a lot of ways. I respect him in a lot of ways. So pretty cool to see him go do that. And Tyler spotting him. Pretty neat to see. We've got two possible champion teams.
Yeah,
On Saturday and Sunday, so that's pretty cool for him.
it's been cool this year for us. Hooking up with Tyler Munn and being able to get him on after his first win with Kyle this year at Las Vegas, which was 3 races in or 4 races
early.
in.
Yep.
It was early. So we've been able to hook up with him, have him on a few times, and we already told him, all right, you go win this championship.
Coming on,
You coming on?
he'll be back.
And he's like, oh, I'll be back.
He'll be back.
So
He'll be back. So,
Tyler's kind of went from spotting underfunded teams to all of a sudden this year he's in the running for 2 championships.
That's awesome. That's amazing for him, and thankful that he's able to do that. Proud of him for sure. He's worked his butt off for that.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's paying off. So, but Noah Gregson, Austin Cindric, Daniel Hemrick, and AJ Allmendinger is the final 4.
I'm gonna tell you what. As much as, don't get me wrong, much as I would love to see, I go with Noah. I'd love to see Noah get up there and win it, just for because Tyler's been cool with us, and Noah was down in Daytona first this year. We caught him on the pier down there, and he jumped on top with us forever, and he really cool with it. I mean, so that's awesome. I really want to see that, but in these clinch situations, I think you better watch out for AJ Allmendinger.
I agree with you. I really do. But my money's going to Austin Cindric. I don't want that, but that's just what I think.
Yeah, I can see it.
I don't know, but we'll see what happens. I'm pulling for Noah, of course. Definitely want to see Noah get him a championship there. That'd be cool. But nonetheless, I see Austin Cindric. AJ Allmendinger, I agree too. He's gonna be tough. I mean, he's been in that spotlight. He knows the situation. He's good in pressure situations for sure. So it'll be exciting to see what happens.
For show. For sure. That's going to be some good racing to watch this weekend if you were able to watch. I just kind of hate that the World Finals and this race fall on the same weekend this year.
Yeah, it's kind of tough this year.
Well, because like Stewart can't make it over there to run the modified. And
Right.
There would be some other, Kyle would come over there and run the late model and stuff like that. So I kind of wish this
it was a week apart.
was a week after.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of glad it's not because I got a wedding week.
Kyle will probably be in Las Vegas, though.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
He's going to Las Vegas. There ain't no reason for him not to.
Right.
Unless he's on some big media tour.
He may be that. He may be doing that. He'll take time off for that part. But anyway.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Martinsville Cup race. We talked about it a little bit earlier, of course, and I know Alex Bowman won, and fourth win of the year, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Even though in the, like we said, the competition this time and day to win 4 races a year is pretty impressive, I think. Denny Hammond obviously does not, but I do.
It's not impressive to Denny, even though Denny's only won 2 this year.
Right, but I guess that's just, it doesn't count.
Denny's only won 2, and they were waited to the playoffs to win.
I guess if you're in a Hendrick car, you're supposed to win more.
You're supposed to win more in Hendrick.
You're supposed to win
because
9 or
Gibbs is
10
in the top tier NASCAR team. Hadn't been. They're no good typically.
Like, I want to know what the worst car at Joe Gibbs is. Like, are you
apparently it's Christopher Bell.
Are you talking junk about Christopher Bell too? I mean, is that what that means or what? Because I'm just trying to figure. I don't know. I just don't like seeing somebody.
Are you talking junk about Bubba Wallace? I mean,
exactly. Like he's the highest and the lowest car in your group. So what's that mean for him? I mean, I just don't know. I don't like negative people.
If you don't win 9 races like Kyle Larson, you're a hack.
I mean, well, here's my thing, man. Like, whatever you said it was 3, 4, whatever years ago. Like, dude dumped, pile drove, whatever you want to call it, Chase Elliott, and that was okay. It's all right.
That's what he said. Man, that's short track racing. I wasn't trying to get into it. I was being pushed. The next car behind him was like 3 car lengths behind him. But
I mean, like, it was an arrow push.
But that was short track racing.
It's arrow push. You can't see it. But
Alex Bowman goes in the corner sideways because he overdrove it.
He overdrove it. He said he did.
He goes in the corner sideways, accidentally gets into him, and in all honesty, it wasn't that hard of a hit. I mean, those cars are just on the edge now. I mean, but whatever. He took him out. He spun him. Yeah, he spun him. But then you gonna whine about it. You can't do something and then turn around and have done to you and you whine about it.
God, I can't. Ooh.
When you try to justify what you did.
I tell you what, man. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say, hope everybody's listening. I'm not ordering anything else from FedEx ever again. Ups, man, for me.
Oops.
There you go. But nonetheless, it is what it is. And I mean, if that would have kicked him out of the Final Four, I could have seen him being more irate, maybe.
Oh yeah.
But as we said about John Nemechek, I mean, yeah, he got took out. He was already in the Final Four. It's whatever. Yeah, it wasn't good. It is what it is. That was a little different situation, in my opinion, getting taken on the front straightaway than just. Car up under you, drove in too hard, and got into you, and
a racing accident.
You ran out of talent,
especially when that car was faster than you,
right? For
many laps, and was trying to get around you, and you wanted to race him hard. So when you start racing hard, that's yes, the guy up under you is supposed to control his car. I get that, but if you're racing somebody hard, anybody that races knows this, and it is a possibility that you're gonna get loose up under somebody when they pinch you down.
All I can tell you is, if I was being name called the way I was by Mr. Hamlin, I would make sure I proved and I made my name calling worthwhile in Arizona.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, you want to call me this? I'm going to show you.
I'm going to show you what a hack really does.
What a hack is. I will show you, like, literally.
Because I'm going to tell you, I don't know if y'all realize this. Alex Bowman don't really have anything to lose.
Nothing
in Phoenix.
Like, it don't matter. Like, okay, let me take this one out. That only gives you one more because I got 2 teammates up in here. You ain't, so just
and I hate to tell y'all, but I don't recall Martin Truex being that good at Phoenix as of late.
I don't know.
Did he win there in the fall? I mean, in spring? No. Did Mark Truex won there?
He might have won. I think
Or
Mark
Kyle
Truex.
did. I don't remember. It was a Gibbs car, but
Nonetheless,
it wasn't Denny. I know it wasn't Denny.
I
so it
think
had to be
Hendrick
Kyle.
cars are a lot further along than they were in there.
Yeah, my thing is though, does anybody really think that Chase Elliott's team took to Phoenix what they did the fall of last year?
Negative.
No. No.
I would not be surprised to see one of the four or more of the top four fail post-race inspection.
Pre-race inspection. Well, they're only doing pre.
Sorry.
And
pre.
yeah, they're probably all gonna start at the back.
All of them.
Might as well.
Put me back there, but I just start me back.
Now, surprisingly enough, Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson made it through the very first round of pre-race inspection at Martinsville. That's like a first.
Yeah, that don't happen very often. They got them things under a microscope, Bo.
Yeah, but it's I don't know, it's crazy. So,
It's crazy.
But I don't know. There was that, and then we had the comments by Kyle Busch about Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, man, I know, man. It's just, well, I don't know.
And so they're saying he's probably going to be fined. I hadn't seen nothing come out yet, but it's probably happening.
Well,
I don't know if they can fine him though, because they kind of set a precedent. If y'all haven't heard,
I mean, yeah, you can say GD on phone on the
you can drop the
TV.
F-bomb just like
You can
Hamlin
drop the
did during the
F-bomb.
interview.
You can drop all that, but you can't say say
If y'all don't know, Kyle Busch said that Brad Keselowski was how do you say
acting
it?
or driving retarded.
Driving retarded, I think is what he said.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. He wasn't in throwing shade at people by any means. I mean, it was just a word. I mean, I don't know, but nonetheless, I mean,
I know a lot
that
of
don't
people
make
take offense to it, and a lot of people and I will say, even in my situation, my child has autism. A lot of people take offense to that because some people say that about them and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't get all up and antsy about it personally.
Well, the reason I don't necessarily, not because, and I don't know. I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight by any means, but I mean, it's just like second nature. People say that, man, quit being whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like, I don't mean
not saying that it's right, but it's not.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not taking up for Kyle Busch by any means because I think he's a crybaby. 100%. It's came back like tenfold this year for some reason.
I told you.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't know, man. It's just great day, Bo. You can't. If they find him for that, and they do not find Kevin Harvick for saying the GD word,
I agree.
I'm done. I'm out. We ain't talking about NASCAR no more. I'm not.
I don't think they can. They kind of set a precedent because you remember Haley Deegan first year, she had to go through sensitivity training.
Right.
Because she said the same thing on iRacing, so she didn't get fined.
No.
She just had to go through sensitivity training before she could.
Well, I mean,
like,
what's GD?
I agree. I mean,
come on,
you can't be sensitive to that.
So you want to be exactly? I'm more sensitive to that than I promise you I am to the other word.
Yeah, I know. Me
so
too.
don't.
I agree.
Ooh,
No, but one is because it's on, and I don't. This is the dumbest thing I've heard too, and why Kevin Harvick saying that, and why Denny Hamlin saying what he said is okay, is because it is on. I don't remember what one's cable TV, one's network TV. Network just means basically you can pick it up on an antenna, I think or whatever it is. One of the two, or broadcast TV. One, if you can pick it up on an antenna, you can't say those words.
Okay.
If they put it on NBC SN, they can say whatever they want because that is paid in a subscription package, basically kind of like a pay-per-view.
Well, I don't know. And I don't think NASCAR really pays attention to our show very much, but I'm just going to say it.
Are we going to get called to the holler like
I wish they would.
like
NASCAR
like a door bumper clear did? They called the whole podcast to
please call us to the booth or whatever. If they do not penalize Kevin Harvick and they penalize Kyle Busch, I pretty much about lost all my respect that I have for NASCAR.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So, we might not have a whole lot more NASCAR involved on this show. Hey, well, they got chicken bones at dirt tracks and everywhere else.
We're at more dirt tracks than we are asphalt tracks
Go.
anyway. But so going in to final race, like we just said, you got Denny. I know most of you already know, but you got never mind. I ain't starting with him.
No, he's last.
We got
last.
Kyle Larson.
Yes, sir.
Chase Elliott.
Yes, sir.
Mark Truex Jr.
Denny Hamlin. I'm pretty sure that is the 4 we selected. Pretty much might have been a collective.
I had Blaney in there.
Yeah. I might have
Blaney.
had Bush. I can't remember. But anyway, nonetheless.
I did have Larson and Elliott for sure.
Yeah. We got it pretty close. 75% of it.
We're pretty close.
Good. We passed.
We're 100% perfect 60% of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes wonderful sense.
Exactly.
Yeah. We'll be pulling for the Hendrick boys.
Yeah, I don't feel like the other two whine too much for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm done with them. Honestly, I just.
But, it almost sounds like it's a Gibbs thing, but it's not really a Gibbs thing because I could probably pull for Christopher Bell, even though him and Kyle Larson started getting into it the first year over nothing. Kyle Larson just said, "Oh, you want to talk junk? I'll just go win another one, and another one, and another one." Kyle Larson wins it. I don't know if y'all know this. I was hoping he'd do it this past Saturday. Past weekend, Sunday. If he wouldn't have been trying to go so fast through the pits twice. He was fast everywhere.
He wants to go fast.
But he's going, if he can win at Phoenix, double-digit wins. 10 wins.
Well, he's won 10
if you count All-Star.
With the All-Star, but nonetheless, that's impressive.
Points races, 10 wins.
I think he's going to go do it, man.
Oh, I hope so.
I think he'll do it. I'm pulling for him. I wouldn't be mad if Chase won another one back-to-back. That'd be cool, but I just want to see, being that all the stuff that went on with Kyle and
well, I want to go into that real quick, and we're not a NASCAR affiliated podcast by no means. We're a Speed 51 affiliated podcast, so I don't know how they feel about us talking about this, but I don't think Alan really cares. But I want to know, what do you think now if Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson goes out here and wins this championship after coming off basically being suspended for the majority of a year. How's NASCAR going to feel about that? How do you think? Do you think that?
I don't think they'll say much about it.
Well, I don't think they're going to say nothing about it. I'm just saying, if you were in the shoes of NASCAR and you suspended this guy, most time when somebody gets suspended for a year, they don't come back very well.
No, you're right.
They come back to some low team that just will take them just to get back in the sport.
In a bad way, I'll say this. I think what they did to Kyle Larson has drawn them more money.
It has.
And they're proud of that. They love that. They don't care about Kyle Larson's character, I don't think.
No.
I think they care about the fact that, hey, look, this worked. We made more money of it.
We drew more dirt track fans to NASCAR than ever.
Look, yeah, hey, we got more people. That's what they look at, I think. And it's bad to say that, but it's the honest truth. Now, I think that's where they're at now. They don't look at anything as a character person.
No, they're
money hungry,
good publicity,
money hungry corporation
entity
that don't care about people anymore. And what I found, what explained to me after Bristol with the whole GD thing, with Kevin Harvick, is they don't care about people.
That's right.
I think if they did, they wouldn't care about Kevin Harvick. And you want to talk about game fans by NASCAR, I think they would have gained a whole lot more than they lost, in my opinion. But so anyway, nonetheless, I think they're all about what you can do for me now. And what they did to Kyle Larson, he paid his dues. He did his best, and he is continuing to do his best, in my opinion. They definitely are taking advantage of what he is doing for the sport. He's
Yeah.
going out there to winning races. He's going out there doing what he loves to do. He don't care if it's NASCAR or World of Outlaws or Lucas or
I don't think
Joe Blow. It don't
jumping in a
make
street
no
stop.
difference.
He just wants to win.
He just wants to go win. And
Yeah.
it's just, honestly, it's sad to me that NASCAR is the biggest platform he's got to go do that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm glad in a way though. At the same time, that the what happened with him and him going over and running more dirt races and late model and sprint car and all that stuff. I mean, he always ran sprint car, but he just jumped in late model last year. But so I'm glad that since he jumped into that, that kind of took a lot of NASCAR eyes to
Right.
to dirt side, to World Outlaws, to Lucas Oil, to whatever else he wanted to run.
Oh, no doubt.
So that's been a plus out of it, I think. But I think, I mean, and this is in no way, shape, or form on World Outlaws or nothing like that, but they probably have enjoyed the publicity themselves.
Oh, they have.
I mean,
there's
now,
no doubt
none
about
of it was
that,
their
but-
doing at all. So I mean, they can't be faulted for it.
No, but I mean, it's just, I don't know, but I think it's all for the wrong reasons. But I'm
glad he came back regardless.
I'm glad things opened up for him to be able to get where he's at, and he's showing his talent. We've all known his talent all along. I think he was held back at Ganassi for a lot of different reasons. Nothing against Ganassi, but it's just in that time and place, he was not in the equipment he needed to perform the way he I think needed to or
Yeah.
could have, whatever. I don't think going back and running dirt races for a year made that big difference for him.
No.
That didn't really change his talent level in NASCAR.
Well, the one thing I will say about it that I think might have helped is running some super late model stuff.
Yeah.
The cars are completely different. Do not get me wrong, but he was so used to running dirt races in a sprint car,
Right.
and that was whatever. But that was completely different car control than even a super late model. It's very light car, very nimble car. You kind of really never hardly turn left in it at all or nothing. It's just
Right.
air holding you there. I mean, wide open just all the time. A late model, you got to use a lot more brake. You'll have to turn the car sometimes. I mean, but there's a lot of car control
Right.
in a super late model, dirt super late model. So I do think, actually, in an odd way, that a dirt super late model almost helped Kyle Larson on these road courses he's went to,
Yeah.
being able to feel throwing a car in the corner and roll over and stuff like that. And also, just like at Martinsville, he's never been that great at Martinsville, but he ran up front all day yesterday.
Yeah.
So
No doubt. Yep. Looking forward to it, and hopefully he'll pull it out at Phoenix, man. We're gonna see what happens for sure.
anyway, let's go on. Like I said, it'll be a good final race there and
Yes, sir. We ready?
at Phoenix. I think it's 3:00 Eastern,
Mm-hmm.
which is really weird because it's like 12:00.
Yeah. Very odd.
Well, did it? No, they don't change time there.
Hmm?
They don't change time there because we changed time Sunday night.
They don't change them.
Phoenix doesn't
Yeah.
observe time change,
I'm confused about the whole situation. So it'd be like 1:00 there, I guess, huh?
basically.
Yeah. Well. Nonetheless.
They got
Mhm.
lights, regardless.
Nice.
I think it should be a night race. If you're going to have it in
Yeah.
somewhere that's a warm area,
Night race.
Phoenix. Miami, and they have the possibility of night races, let's do night races.
Night race. We got a night race coming up here pretty soon, man.
A 2-day night
Yes,
race.
sir. The second annual Charlie Powell Memorial here in our hometown over here at Florence Motor Speedway, Bo.
For sure. Man, that's going to be it was a good race last year. It's going to be even a better race this year. From what I'm gathering right now, the track promoter, Steve Zacharias, track owner, also messaged today, and man, they've already got over 50 entries just in the late model stock race.
It's going to be a big deal, man.
That is November 19th and 20th. Y'all are
Yep.
not going to want to miss that.
Mark your calendar.
Mark your calendar. I'm just going to throw a couple names out of here real fast. We got some good local guys that we'll throw out first. We got Matt Cox, Casey Kelly, Jamie Weatherford. Y'all know those names. All right, I'm gonna throw out a couple more here. Austin Hill. Then you got Timothy Peters, Ty Majeski. Oh, Sammy Smith coming.
I think I know who's going to win the race.
Josh Berry's coming also.
Oh, yeah. Josh Berry and Ty Majeski was running last time I was there. And
you were at that race last
year. I was indeedy.
So that's going to be fun to watch. Brandon Pierce always up there, Magnum Tate. Just some names going to be there for the late model stock portion. $10,000 to win.
Yep. They have a lot of stuff going on for sure. It put on a really good show last year. There was people parked out on 76, which a lot of parking in area, and they were parked way out on the road. So it put on a good show for sure. Street stock race, the Thunder and Lightning cars, the Chargers. I'm sure the trucks will be there. Mini stocks. I don't know who all yet. But it'll be a pile of cars there for sure. So bring your family, come hang out, and I think you all definitely enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. Just to confirm, we're gonna have a little Chicken Bone Alley set up out there, and gonna be doing some driver interviews, some crew interviews, some whoever interviews, and some fan interaction, all that stuff. So y'all come hang out with us out there for sure, and it'll be a fun couple days, especially all day that Saturday. That's gonna be a all day event. But come out Friday night also, enjoy some racing out there at Florence Motor Speedway there on November 20th or 19th and 20th, and it's gonna be a big show. I think we're gonna try to have track owner and promoter Steve Zacharias on the show here, probably the Monday before. So y'all be ready for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to some more big late model news here. We are fortunate tonight to have the winner from the All-American 400 weekend in Nashville. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Craig. Matt, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, not a whole lot, man. Just getting home from Nashville, getting settled in, and saying hey to the wife and the dog, and had some dinner. Talking to you now.
There you go, man. There you go. What's on the menu tonight?
We have some Chipotle.
That's what I'm talking about. Some Chipotle.
Pretty good.
Good deal, buddy. All right. Well, first of all, man, congratulations on an awesome weekend, man. When sitting on pole, going home to take the win. So congratulations on that, man. That is awesome.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that. It was quite a weekend. We definitely didn't really expect that to happen.
I hear you there, man. That's what a lot of people consider a crown jewel event. I do for sure. So that's cool to see. Cool to see you win it, man. And we've been watching you for years around this area. We're around here in Florence, South Carolina. So you've been around this area a good bit, and we've watched you win some bunch of races, some championships, all that fun stuff, and see you win stuff like that. It's really cool, man. But I want to go back a little bit with you if we can here. We like to all our first-time guests that we have on, we like to go back a little bit and get some background on you, man, for the people who just don't know, because, I mean, we got some listeners that are dirt fans that are learning, some asphalt fans, and likewise other ways. So, man, where did you get your start racing?
Well, really, it all started, before I was born. My dad, my uncle, and my granddad, they had a race team. They raced the legend cars about when they first started out. And then they kind of moved into, a bigger race car. I think they went Goody's dash car racing. And then my dad and my uncle kind of figured out they weren't the best of drivers. So they were like, well, we'll just own a car and hire drivers. And then they had some drivers throughout the years. Rodney Childers, Kevin Harvick's crew chief, he drove for him back in the day, all pro. Jeff Foltz, and then Clay Rogers. And then when I got old enough, I was racing go-karts about 8 years old, 7 years old, till about 14. Then I did win some stuff in go-karts, a couple of championships. Then we moved into a legend car, and
Well,
it have
real quick before you get there, we like to ask everybody on here because me and Sterling are both grew up racing go karts ourselves real fast. What were you riding?
oh man, I was one of them guys. We jumped around a little bit. I think we had some Trick Olympics, we had some Ultra Maxes, and then we ran Phantom.
There you go. That's what I was on. I was on the Phantom. Harold Wiggins always treated us right with it. So
Oh yeah.
good deal, man. That was good to hear. So you moved up to the Legends at that time.
Yeah, we did the Legends for a couple of years. Didn't have too much success. I mean, won a couple of local races, nothing too major. Then I jumped into the Pro Cup car. That was the last year of Pro Cup. I ran about 8 races in that. Nothing too, nothing, just learning. Then that turned into Cars Tour Super Late Model Series, and we bought a Super, and then now we're here. We won some about I think we've won 27 races now or so in super late models and 5 championships.
A few of them,
A couple.
There you go, buddy. Well, good deal. So speaking of some championships, this year, unfortunately, missed the Cars Tour Championship by just a little bit, man. So I want to go back to that real quick. That was a close battle y'all had there.
Yeah, that was a really close battle. Carson and them, they came onto the scene the first race this year. They were just quick. They did their homework over the off season and got really, really good. It pushed us to get even better. And it was a battle all year. He won 3, I think he won 4. I ended up winning 2, and it was just we battled it out, and down to 1 point. So it was close, but they did a good job. They beat us straight up, and they were real fast this year.
Yeah, man. It is. I've always wondered with point battles coming down that close. Is it tougher to win by 1 point, or is that just one saying, "Man, we were close. We're gonna get it next year"?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tough to lose by 1 point because you just think back. If I got that past that car that day, we would have been fine. Or got the pole that day, we would have been fine because got the pole points. But it's definitely tough to lose by that close. But that just gives us a little more motivation for next year.
For sure, man. Well, obviously, it gave a little more motivation for just the next coming weeks because, man, to go out to Nashville and man, just be fast all weekend, sit on the pole, and run up front the whole race pretty much, and then bring home the win. That's got to be a little bit of. I know it's not a championship, but it's a redemption in a crown jewel race.
Yeah, it definitely was redemption from that. We weren't really we weren't hanging our heads too bad about losing that championship, but we definitely didn't have the best of confidence and momentum going into it. But I just can't thank my team. My guys, my dad and Richard at the shop. We unloaded. We only had everything got rained out Friday and Saturday, so we had only 40-minute practice session, qualifying race on Sunday, and that this race came down to just I think the work at the shop. Because where you unloaded, you didn't get much time to tune on it. So unloading with a really fast race car is pretty much what won us the race. We had a little luck with Chandler was really fast. He probably had the winning car, but he has a mechanical failure, and we were able to capitalize on it.
Well, go back for us in race wise. Basically, from your perspective, throughout kind of a whole rundown of the race to some extent. What was your perspective during the race? I mean, how was the car on the short runs, the long runs, all that good stuff?
Yeah, we caught. We got the pole. We led. I think we led about 8 laps, 9 laps, something like that. And Chandler was breathing down my neck pretty hard, and I kind of, being a 300 lap race, kind of waved him on by. I didn't want to push my tires too much because, this race, there was only 6 tires in the pits for 300 laps. So, and you're only allowed to change 2 at a time.
Right.
So our strategy was rights at about 100, about 180, try to put lefts on, and about 250 or so put rights on again, and then that'd be it. And so you had to go a really long time on the left side tire. So that really kind of changed how you ran the race because you had to save that left rear, for make it run 180 laps.
That's right.
So I let a couple cars go. We were just kind of riding, but we didn't want to lose too much track position. It's so hard to pass and get back up there.
Yeah.
But our car was a little snug on the short run. It would just be really tight. It was hard to, not be too hard on the right front tire. And then at about the 40, 50 lap mark into a run, the car really lit up. It was really fast. And we were able to run down and pass Chandler at one point and get into second. There was a car. Sammy Smith was on a bit of a different tire strategy, had a little bit better right sides than me and Chandler did, well, the rest of the field did. So he ran away and lapped all the way up to 6th place, I think. So there was only about 6 of us on the lead lap. And that just changed the whole dynamic of the race a lot. But, we just kind of rode there, and then it got a little crazy at the end. And we were able to hold off a couple of them, and then Chandler broke, and then we were sitting in second, which was a pretty good spot. And Derek Griffith gave me the outside on the restart. He was first, but he picked the bottom. And when he picked the bottom, I knew I was going to have a really good run off the top, and was able to get by him and hold off Jackson Boone at the end. He was coming. He actually put right side tires on about 20 laps later than I did. So he had a little bit fresher tire. And he was running me down, but we had just enough speed to beat him.
There you go, man. That's all it takes, just a little bit.
A little bit.
That's it. That's what counts, man. That's cool to get Jackson Boone and also our buddy Derek Griffith there. His first time going down there, so that was that's cool to see you go get him, man. That was really cool. I know y'all got a family run team there. Who all helps y'all out on the car there?
Yeah, his mainly is Richard Tournier. His nickname's called Moback. Yeah, he works in the shop full time for us, and he does a really good job. And it's me and my dad and my brother and my spotter Sean. And then obviously the guys over at Hamke Race Cars, they give us a whole lot of technical support and earnest performance. A lot of help on the shocks, getting them things tuned up, and that's about it. Without them guys, we probably wouldn't be as fast as we are, and I can't thank them enough.
For sure, man. That's a good deal, good stuff. So what's coming up next for you, man? After going and pulling off the big work here, what's coming up next?
Yeah, well, we're going to be off for about almost a month, and then we're headed down to Snowball Derby the 1st of December. That'll be our next race, and that'll be a big one. Hopefully, the same things that help you run good at Nashville really work at Pensacola too, in my opinion. So with the speed we had this weekend, I hope we're gonna have a good piece down there.
There you go, man. I hope y'all do too. I saw some pictures of some pavement going down on the front stretch. I don't think it's gonna change a whole lot, but how you feel about that going down there to Pensacola?
Yeah, I'm excited. Some people were chatting about it this weekend in Nashville. They had this pretty bad weeper, and the asphalt was kind of sliding down the track in that area of the track down into one. They needed to get it fixed. So, you don't want to take the character away from these tracks, but a lot of these tracks are getting so old, man. They're gonna have to pave them or do a big patchworks on some of them to keep them from falling apart. But it's gonna be interesting. It's just a straightaway, so it shouldn't do too much to the track. But I'm ready to get down there.
Yeah, that's one of them tracks I was talking about with Sterling. It was kind of like a Hickory in a way. We were there at the Easter Bunny, and I walked across front straightaway and about rolled my ankle in a daggone crack in there. I was like, man, they gonna have to do something this track for too long too.
Yeah, it's just part of it,
Oh yeah.
Some of these tracks, they got the big cracks, but they're fun to race on, and they're bumpy and got character, but it's just part of life.
Oh yeah, fun stuff, man. Well, good deal, buddy. Well, man, I sure do appreciate you giving us some time, and man, can't congratulate you enough again for the win at Nashville this weekend, and ready to go see you possibly go for a snowball derby win down
Yeah,
there.
man. Yeah, man. I appreciate you having me on. I still sitting in that we won the thing, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the derby.
For sure, man. Well, good deal. And man, anytime you want to come on and chat, let us know, and we'll talk about something. We'll find something to talk about on here, man.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, buddy. Have a good one, and congratulations again.
All right, man. Thank you for having me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your winner, your All-American 400 2021 champion from Nashville Fairgrounds, Mr. Matt Craig. Awesome to have him on here. We appreciate him stopping by, chatting with us a little while here. But anyway, guys, I think that's about it for this show. As always, I want to thank Earl Ramey Racing Engines, RK Motorsports Consulting. Our buddy Randy King will be hanging out with him some this weekend. SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. As always, couldn't do it without them. We really appreciate them. Also, as I talk about every week, it is really Christmas season now. Yeah, y'all know I'm happy. It's really, really Christmas season. We head over to 4Bite Apparel. Get you some swag. Get that race fan in your family. Some cool race gear. Some cool track apparel, we'll say. It's good stuff to have. Head over there and check them out. Also, Checkered, your racing social media, the Race Hub. Get over there. Get on Checkered and get you some cool time on there on some different type of social media. Forget this metaverse crap, whatever they coming up with. I don't know, that's so stupid. So get over to Checkered. Check out all racing all the time on Checkered. But anyway, guys, I think that's about it. Well, y'all be checking us out Friday, Saturday for sure. This week we will be at the World Finals at the dirt track at Charlotte, Concord, North Carolina. You see me all wrapped up because it's going to be cool. If I have all my voice back. I've lost it somehow a little bit this weekend. I don't know how. But, it'll be all right. But anyway, all right, guys. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. And we'll be talking with you next week. Later.